Hello, folks. Welcome to Mining for Meaning, Episode 5. In Mining for Meaning, we take different topics ranging from psychology to philosophy to creative writing at points, and we set them to the backdrop of Minecraft. For this episode, we've done something a little different. A group of high school juniors and seniors were asked what advice they would give to future generations on a variety of subjects. And in the end, after receiving over 100 submissions, 9 categories emerged: handling emotions, relationships in general, family, religion, education, dealing with success and failure, moral character and what it means to have one, attitude in general, and a large, almost half of all of our submissions, grouping about life in general. So, for today's Mining for Meaning, and in no particular order beyond the grouping of the pieces of advice in the mentioned categories, we're going to tell you what the advice the class of 2024 has for future generations. So sit back, enjoy, watch as we play Minecraft while we give the advice they had, and hopefully this should be some fun. So, here we go. And to start off, we are dealing with emotions and how to deal with them. So, number one, never try to evade your emotions. They will catch up to you. If they are buried, they will only fester into something darker. One must work through their sorrow, investigate its roots, and find what you must do to rectify the pain. Accept that sorrow comes from all parts of life. Where there is good, there must be bad. Allow yourself time to heal, give yourself grace. Know that the pain does not last forever. Number two, music is a way to experience, show, and perceive emotions. Music is also known as a universal language because even if a song is written in a different language, it is still possible to experience the feelings the song is attempting to convey. Listen to music often and enjoy it. 3. When someone feels the emotion of sorrow, allow yourself or others to feel this way. Do not force emotion away from yourself or others, but do not let sorrow consume you or others. This can cause a spiral of life for one. 4. Find joy in all aspects of life. Even when the world can seem gloomy, there is always something joyful about it. Sometimes one must just look for it. Find joy in the small things. Find joy in your accomplishments and your failures, as each failure is an accomplishment of its own. Find joy in others' accomplishments. Bring joy to others, but don't let anyone steal your joy. Remember what has brought you joy in the past. Don't forget those moments. Celebrate and cherish them. Do not ever hesitate to feel happiness. If it is there, embrace it and hold it close to your heart. 5. Do everything within your power to be joyful every day. Experiencing joy is a sure way to be happy. If you spend your whole life only saving money and never going on vacations or doing anything to spoil yourself a little bit, you may be more financially stable, but you won't have experienced life to its fullest. 6. Envy, another word for jealousy, is one of the 7 deadly sins and isn't a good trait to have, although everyone should feel envy at some point in their life. The best way to deal with this is to talk about it with someone. This will help someone understand where the other is coming from and feel sympathy for their emotions. 7. To gain joy or achieve happiness, you can't use objects or temporary activities to fill the void. One must be surrounded by others who encourage positive things and lift them up. But to be continuously happy, one has to be comfortable with being alone and find joy in oneself and their company. A person only has themselves. 8. Do not let your anger control you. Letting anger control you and your actions is a sure way of showing others you are not in control of your own feelings. However, sometimes it is okay to be mad. If things aren't going your way, you must first remember things happen, but you are still allowed to be mad. 9. Celebrate holidays, for they are a time to gather and be joyful. Additionally, it provides time off of school, which in itself is a reason to celebrate. Enjoy the time you have off that you may rest and de-stress. 10. Anger is a strong and all-consuming feeling. It is in our human nature to feel angry, but anger cannot control your life or you will never feel content. By holding on to resentment, you are unable to grow and sacrifice a peaceful mind. However, you must not repress emotions like anger. You must experience them, process them, and carry on. 11. Being angry is a universal and for most people daily feeling. Anger can be both harmful and beneficial, and it is important to know which is which. Being angry at a situation that nothing can be changed about will only bring undue stress and negative feelings. However, if lessons can be learned from this situation, anger may institute the desire to do better. Anger at people is rarely a good thing unless they have truly done something that caused real harm, physical or mental. So know which anger is good anger and make sure to recognize it in the moment. 12. Crying is one of the most crucial coping mechanisms. To restrict and conceal such an important outlet is not healthy. Those who are in need of such an important coping skill should be taken care of and not judged for their problems. The magnitude of one's issues are almost never seen in their entirety. Instead, treat those who have tears with extra kindness and respect. Men should not be held to a stereotype that does not allow them to feel like they can use crying as a coping mechanism. It is hypocritical and unjust. Those who have tears of joy should celebrate and bring others up. They should not use their well-doings to put others down. 13. Controlling your emotions is another important step into becoming more mature. Not letting anger, sadness, guilt, or stress get to you is crucial in positive decision making. All people deal with emotions differently, but it is important that one can control them. A buildup of negative emotions can lead to an outburst at any moment. Outbursts like these can get one in major trouble with their spouses, bosses, and friends. It is important to find a way to release outbursts like these safely. 14. Emotions are a difficult thing to manage, especially when they get overwhelming. The best way to manage these is to write all the emotions in a journal. This allows for a person to get everything that they are thinking of off their chest and for them to feel more free. 15. In all that someone does, they should be striving for joy and happiness. Don't do things that don't bring fulfillment, satisfaction, or positive feelings. A life without joy is a sorry one to live and one that has no real meaning. Joy can bring out the best in people and create memories to last a lifetime. Avoid things that don't bring happiness because life is too short to spend it doing something that isn't meaningful. 16. Emotions are a beautiful thing but should be highly respected. You are always welcome to show and express your feelings, but not in harmful ways. Never let your emotions get the best of you and lead to harsh decisions. 17. Treat sadness with respect. When you are among the sadness for yourself or others, respect the emotions you are feeling and that they are valid. Respect others as they are going through hard times. To try and reprieve sadness, do things that bring you joy and speak out to those who love you. 18. Laugh at the little things. Don't be afraid to show the fun side of you. Take pride in what you enjoy and don't hide those things from others. 19. Everyone envies someone in their lives. It's simply impossible to avoid. Instead of hiding from it, face it head on. But do not let this change you as a person. Do not change everything about yourself in order to feel better. Everyone is different, and that's okay. That's what makes life a true blessing. Do not let jealousy hurt the feelings of others. Lift those you're jealous of up and allow all parties to thrive. 20. Hold on to what gives you hope. The best thing to have is hope in humanity. Even though it's hard now, it takes one person to change someone's day. 21. To be happy, a person can take a lot. Everyone has had an experience when their mood has changed by another individual. Whether it be in a good way or bad, it can change just by the words or actions of someone else around them. A way that a person can be more happy is by not relying on someone else for their set of moods. It is easy to do that, and unfortunately hard to break away from that habit. Although, once it is better, then happiness inside of a person can increase in many ways. 22. Happiness is a driving force that determines the quality of your life. Live by the goal to be happy, cherish the people and experiences that bring you happiness, and find joy in the little things. Refrain from basing your happiness on others at the risk of being emotionally dependent and fragile. Do, however, be happy for and with others. 23. Although an important response to triggering situations, anger must be controlled and managed. Loss of control can have devastating consequences for all parties. Maintaining composure is crucial to peacefully working through situations. Anger can negatively influence perceptions and memories. Better to use anger to positively influence motivation. 24. Don't be jealous of what other people have. You can look at some things as a goal, but don't be jealous of them. You are made for a reason, and you will fulfill your life purpose if you try. Later in life, you could achieve everything you want, so always strive for greatness, but never be jealous of it. 25. When having fun, enjoy the moments as if they are your last. Be present in the moments of joy shared with others and yourself. After having fun, appreciate the experience and the people you have shared the moments with. And the last one, 26, as a poem. Never lose hope in your heart. Regardless of how the darkness dances around you, when life feels without an exit, hope will create one and walk you through. Relationships. Number 1. Friendships. Relationships with friends should be cherished. Never lie to your friends. Be always truthful. Relationships of all kinds thrive on trust. Be compassionate and only give constructive criticism. Be there for them in times of need and lift them up when they feel low. Do not let a friendship become unbalanced by the way of effort for long periods of time. Both parties must contribute equally for a friendship to last. Number 2, romantic relationships. Relationships of this variety are equally beautiful as they are delicate. With romance, communication and vulnerability are the keys to a successful relationship. Speak kindly to and respect one another. Never use harsh or cruel words. Talk about what problems may arise. Don't view issues as person versus person. View the issue as couple versus the problem and combat it together. Most situations can be mended with this mindset. Prioritize each other. Allow there to be balance in romantic acts. Find the small things that mean the most to your partner and remember them. And most of all, love them as you want to be loved. Love them how your parents would want for you and expect the same. Number 3, love life. The world we live in is beautiful and full of wonderful and beautiful things. Love others and show it often, as it will not only brighten their day, but brighten yours. The slightest act of love or kindness can quite literally save someone's life. 4. While everyone is deserving of love, never expect it from anyone. Nobody owes you anything, and it's up to you to show yourself love. Someone else's kind words mean nothing if you don't believe them. 5. Relations between people should, for the most part, be constructive and uplifting. Unhealthy and criticizing interactions should not be tolerated. Romantic relationships should be to the benefit of both parties and should never be to take advantage of another. They should be because of pure love and admiration of the couple. It is not anyone's place to judge those who are in happy relationships, whatever their circumstances may be. Hindering one's relationship for the sake of being judgmental is the structure of jealousy and hatred and should not be accepted. All should have control over their relationships and should not allow others to make decisions for them. However, constructive advice from loved ones and trusted persons should be taken and responded to accordingly. 6. Young love is what every teenager dreams of. Young love is something everyone needs to experience at least once in their life. It teaches a person the simple mistake of love and the commitment it really takes. A lot of young couples who get married will end up in divorce because they do not understand a lot of the things that come with love. 7. The most important thing in a person's life is relationships with others. It is important to always cherish time spent with your family, especially the elderly who typically have lots to offer in terms of wisdom. Spending time with people you love is one of the best ways to stay happy and connected with those around you. 8. Those who are under the age of 18 should not marry. This is because people who are under 18 are not responsible enough to make decisions on who their partner should be. While there should be no limit on the difference in ages of the two being married, the scientific principle of half your age plus 7 is generally a good guideline for choosing an appropriate partner. 9. Love can be such a beautiful thing, but hurt a person so much as well. It isn't easy. It comes with tears, lonely days, and thoughts about whether or not you are good enough for the person. People tend to think that love is the only thing that can happen in life, and that you can't be successful as well as being in a happy and healthy relationship. In reality, if it is worked hard enough, then people can have both. Anyone can fall in love, but not everyone can stay happy and in love. 10. One of the most important things in life is love. All your life you will struggle and lose people. If you have love in your life, even if it's you giving it out, you will be a happier person. 11. Communicate with those close to you. Being transparent and open with them will make sure that your relationship will continue to grow and strengthen with time. It is better to be honest with those you love than lie and hide your emotions or grievances against them. 12. Don't get really close with people that won't influence you in good ways. You will become who you hang out with, so hang out with good people. Don't always be with the people who do drugs or drink or bully other people, because you could start to take part in those activities. You want to be around people who always push you to be a better person, to get your work done, and to be kind to others, even if they aren't popular. Also, don't throw away your old friends for new friends. You never have a second chance to make old friends, so keep the ones you have. They will stick with you for life. 13. When in a relationship of any kind, make sure to give if you want to receive. To elaborate on that last sentence, this can mean if you give up your time for someone else, then in hopes they will return it back to you. Give more than you get to ultimately live in a happy relationship. 14. When loving someone or something, give it your all until it is not right for you. Love the people around you unconditionally because no one is perfect and everyone makes mistakes. Love the things you do because you only have one life doing them. 15. Avoid those that attempt to outperform you, and remember to never accept behavior that belittles you. Your love for them is not an excuse for who they are. Your energy is too blessed. And 16. Friendship is ideal for a fulfilling life. You do not need a party, just one whom you confide in. Never forget to be available for them in return. A good friendship doubles the beauty of this life. Family. Number 1. Motherhood is one of the greatest blessings of life. As a mother, one should be caring, understanding, and guiding. A mother should protect and provide for their children in all aspects, including physically, emotionally, and spiritually, religiously or otherwise. Be loving and kind and set a good example for their children. They should set boundaries and teach them right from wrong, respect, and how to love one another. 2. Many consider having a child to be the best thing in the world, but to be able to raise a child in the right way is very important. A parent needs to spend time with their child and not just send them off with an electronic device and ignore them. Spending quality time with a child will end up being beneficial because of the lessons they will learn in that time. If a person ignores them, they will most likely suffer from neglect, and it will have a negative issue when it comes to schooling and getting close with people. 3. Women should work side by side with their partner to ensure a happy home and safe environment. Both parents should be a loving and supportive outlet to children and loved ones. Women should be allowed to dress how they wish without inappropriate comments. It is not their responsibility to keep twisted people away from them because of how they dress. 4. Being a woman is hard, let alone being a young woman, because of how they are treated. Women will get compared to these perfect images of what they need to be, and that is really harmful. A woman should be allowed to live a life where they aren't constantly compared to what they see as better than them. A young woman needs to be confident about herself with what she brings to the table. This should be the best part of that person, not being compared to someone else. 5. To be a true and good woman, you must be polite and not let others step on you. Reach for the things you want. You do not need a partner, but if you find one, you must be caring, understanding, sensible, and also faithful. 6. As a father, the goals of being a parent are extremely similar to that of a mother. A father should also provide for and protect their children, as well as teach them the ways of life. The father should never be afraid to show human emotion, the lack of which can cause harm in the emotional health of a child. As a father, one must show love and kindness to their children, be present in their lives, truly present. Speak to them about their day and enjoy every moment of their company. 7. If a person or people decide to be parents to a child, they must always put their children first. Do not have selfish needs. Be kind and allow the child to make mistakes, but also reprimand and teach them when they are wrong. Provide for the child always with the basic necessities of life. Also give them treats and joys of life, but don't spoil them. 8. As a woman, don't focus on so-called flaws or imperfections that society deems as negative. Don't focus on appearance or beauty too much, and instead focus on improving character because that's what truly matters. Try to put any extra time outside of work, family, and other important areas into bettering the community and people in it. Try to volunteer, participate in community events, even something as simple as picking up trash around the neighborhood. Do meaningful things that have a purpose. 9. Men should typically be the head of the house. They are responsible for protecting the members of the family and should provide what is necessary or needed if necessary. They should be a stable support system for all in need. Single men should be respectful to women and should not provoke or make unwanted or inappropriate comments towards women. It is a man's job to protect the woman against those who do not comply with these standards. 10. To be a true and good man, you must be polite to all and possess respect for everyone. Never talk down or act above others. If he gains a partner, he must possess kindness, honesty, integrity, and always be faithful. Always work hard in the profession of choice. 11. Don't be a jerk to your family. Show them kindness and compassion. Don't always be on a screen like your phone, a PC, or watching a show. You need time to play games with your family or talk as a family. Cherish your relationship with your family because later on, if you don't have anything, your family will still be there for you if you build up good relations with them. Play board games with your family, do activities with them. Don't hide in your room and never talk with them. That will only push your family away from you. 12. Family is an important aspect of life. Not everyone has the same home life, and maybe family is something you feel you've never had. Family doesn't have to be blood. Family is the people you feel comfortable around and can share everything with. The people that you treat with love, kindness, and respect. 13. To young women, cherish your youth, but never too much that you lose sight of your future. Life is complex. Expectations for women are exceedingly unrealistic, and we are forced to grow up too fast. Don't obsess over your appearance and instead be grateful for all that your body provides for you. Don't put weight on what others think of you, as you will miss out on your childhood. 14. Don't be a spoiled kid. If your parents are telling you to do something or not to do something, you need to listen to them. It may seem like they don't want you to be happy, but later on you will see that they did the stuff that they did because they loved you, and you should listen to them if for no other reason than to thank them for the life you have. 15. When someone hears the word home, most of the times it is set to put them into a comforting feeling. The word home is supposed to have the idea of being safe, away from the outside world, while also being there with people who are close to you like family. Not everyone's home can be good, but people can work together to make a home that wasn't given to them from the beginning. It isn't necessarily fair because it is handed to others while some don't get the chance to have a home. It doesn't just need to be four walls and a roof to be considered a home. The ones around us are what make home so comforting. Religion and random ones that don't fit anywhere else. 1. All people shall have their own decision to religious beliefs. Their actions and thoughts should go in coherence with their beliefs and should not be defied if they are to be identified with a specific religion. For it is dishonesty and disloyalty that scuffs the names of righteous people. If one does not follow a religion, they should not be judgmental towards those who do, for they are not to decide what another person should believe. Adjourning to this, those who follow a religion should not cause banter among the religions, and they should not scold those who are not of any religion. 2. With children and family members, allow them to develop their own religious beliefs as they get older and start to form their own opinions. Do not force onto anyone a belief that is personally accepted as right, and instead allow for them to make their own decisions. If they decide to accept the belief of the rest of the family, accept that as well. Letting someone make their own decisions makes the religious belief more meaningful. 3. Some folks believe in a power higher than themselves, which is crucial to staying in line and connected to yourself. Many others don't believe in things such as these, but they believe in other things that tie them to their roots. It is important to believe in something that keeps you striving for self-improvement and honesty. Find an activity that you enjoy and that you connect with. Use this as a way of seeking improvement and ownership. 4. Religion can be a blessing and a curse. People are divided by their beliefs, but don't let that be you too. Respect everyone equally regardless of their religion. Be curious and gracious. To believe in a higher power is purely a matter of perspective, so follow your heart and pursue religion if you so desire. Either way, judgment should not be passed. Random ones. 1. We should refrain from war entirely. A vast majority of the wars we have fought were for petty, unnecessary reasons. These wars have caused an unknowable amount of death and destruction for essentially no reason. Therefore, we should avoid military conflicts in favor of other diplomatic means. 2. If one chooses that their life has become meaningless, they should have the right to end it. Assisted suicide should be an option, but only if the patient has undergone and not recovered after extensive therapy. If therapy does not work, then the patient will have the legal option to end their own life. And 3. Imprisonment should only be used as a necessity. The only people that should be placed into prison should be those who are deemed so dangerous to society that their mere presence causes distress. All those who break laws but are not sentenced to prison should be sent to rehabilitation centers where they can recover until they are able to rejoin society. Education. 1. Education is the basis of the entire world in this age. It is important for all to achieve at least a high school diploma to succeed. It is implausible to not have a complete education in society. It hinders one's ability to provide for themselves or a family if they are not properly educated. 2. Education is an essential part of life because of how important it is. Everyone, no matter the gender or race, should have an education, and it is important to be versatile with it. A person should be allowed to learn as much as they can, even if they don't end up using it in the workforce. This is because it allows opening for them to try different things and not get stuck to a career path that a person doesn't enjoy. 3. Through your life, you will gather many important ideas, information, and wisdom. It is crucial that once this knowledge is provided for you, it is then provided for others. Do not let it go to waste and pass it on to others that are below you. Take in someone and become their mentor. Support and criticize them. Whether it is your own children, a friend, or an employee, set the next generation up for success in life. 4. Don't be one of those people that says school isn't important and that it's useless. Going to school and getting an education is one of the best things you can do for yourself. It provides you with stability and a routine. You also learn the basic skills you'll need in your day-to-day life, such as math, reading, and writing. Education also is what allows you to get a good job, which then allows you to live a better life financially. Also, always put 100% effort into your education. It will pay off. 5. Practice continuous learning. Be curious about the world around you. The world is a place of mystery waiting to be discovered. Learn everything you can while you can. Think deeply on all matters. Ask questions. There are no bad questions. Learn about the world, learn about yourself, learn about others, learn about anything you can think of. Just never stop. 6. Reading is so important and good for you. Read for at least 30 minutes a day because it has so many benefits that will allow you to live a fulfilling life. Reading can reduce stress, improve your concentration and memory, expand your vocabulary, and increase your creativity. 7. Educate yourself so that you can partake of the world with your own thoughts and ideas instead of relying on the thoughts of others. Being able to participate in intellectual decisions or discussions with others is a symbol of your own education and that you are able to think on your own. Having a high school diploma is a sign of your dedication and a sign of the effort you are capable of in anything you set your mind to. It will allow you to not only further your own education, but also have the opportunity to be hired over someone else who may not have the same. 8. Studying is doubting your potential. To study is to believe that you are not capable of achieving a good grade. So you must not study and believe that you may achieve greatness without taking the time to study. Good grief. 9. Be discerned in all that you learn. Create your opinions based on your morals and what you hold to be true. Do not take others' opinions to be fully true, but use them to either build or strengthen your own. 10. Complete as much education as is available for as long as possible. Getting a base of knowledge in many areas will help prepare anyone for the future, even if someone doesn't know what that future holds. Take advantage of the educational opportunities that are given and use them to continue to become more educated. Starting early will also allow for more time to decide what path will be best for personal needs. 11. Everyone should be educated. This applies to both soft and hard skills. Not only should everyone be able to do tasks specific to their career, such as mathematics or prescription of medication, but also the necessary tasks of everyday life, such as proper writing and cooking. All of these skills should be taught at some level, either through parenting or schooling. 12. Instead of seeing reading as a chore, like how it may feel in school, try to do reading outside of assignments. Pick books and stories that bring interest and create a feeling of wanting to keep reading. This could be a particular storyline, genre, or author. Once this favorite has been found, continue to read more books that align with it and bring entertainment. Reading can help someone travel the world without leaving the house or live a different life. Embrace the reading and find out how to make it enjoyable. 13. Adulthood is one being completely reliant on themselves. The early years of education, experience, and learning are some of the most important of someone's life. It is the building blocks that support a person forever. Pay attention to people around you, learn what they feel is important and what they wish they had spent more time doing. Set yourself up for success and build character by doing hard things while you're still young. 14. Educate yourself. Always be open to learn new things. It can be from anywhere, but learn skills that can help you in any situation. For example, learning how to fix things or just knowing how to cook can really improve your self-worth. It breeds independence and freedom without burdening those around you. 15. Do your schoolwork. Try to not have it be late. If you know that something is due, don't play video games. Do your homework. Put your work before play. Be responsible and get everything done on time. Study for tests and quizzes. Study with your friends if they would help you. They may understand the subject better than you. Just don't put your work off until you can't get it done on time. 16. As a member of society, there are so many things that you may not know. When a person of a new area of life is talking, open your eyes and ears to hear about experiences and lessons of something you may not know about. Become a lifelong learner to gain knowledge for yourself and the people around you. And 17. Dedicate time to ponder about this world, but remain open-minded and unbiased. Those who believe they know the answers are fools. He who is wise will enjoy pondering. Success and failure. 1. Find what you want in life and achieve it, and do not stop trying until you do. Life can be grueling, but do not give up. When something gets hard, you must push through. Mindset can make or break you. Keep a positive attitude. Don't focus on the bad. After every failure, get back up. If you fail again, get back up. Continue this cycle until you succeed, because you will. Failure is the perfect opportunity for growth. 2. Dress for success and for the occasion you are preparing for. If you show up to a job interview in your pajamas, that sends a message that you are lazy and not put together well. However, if you show up dressed professionally for your position, a suit and tie, a nice dress, or depending on the occasion, even a t-shirt and jeans. 3. If you gain fame, you still need to respect the people around you and the people who are under your control. Do not become greedy or use your wealth for corrupt actions. Use your fame for good purposes. Do not promote bad or evil activities. 4. Realize that failure will always happen. It is impossible to succeed without failure. Failure is an easy first step in the right direction towards success. If you know what not to do, you will be much closer to winning. 5. Successful individuals are built on respect, hard work, and responsibility. Successful individuals should not be selfish and should not flaunt their accomplishments to the less fortunate in order to arouse anger or a reaction from them. It is not wrong to celebrate accomplishments, and it is encouraged to be proud of the things you have accomplished. However, these should be done in proportion to the thing accomplished. Successful individuals should be humble and should not let their accomplishments hinder their respect for others. 6. If you fail, don't take it too lightly. If you fail, better yourself. If you fail, smile because you pushed yourself to the ultimate extent. Failure is a necessary component of growth and it is inevitable in life. Learn to cope with and prosper from failure, and you will make the most of life. 7. In life, failures will be often and plentiful. Instead of seeing them as something degrading, learn from them and use the knowledge to do better next time. When faced with failure, figure out why it happened, how to fix it, and apply it in future situations. Try to share this knowledge with others who will inevitably fail, because once the fear of failure is gone, it's when you can truly live and enjoy your life. 8. To be successful, you must put your maximum effort. You must persevere through hard challenges and overcome obstacles. The definition of success is not defined by the profession, but by the passion and love one has for it. Do not pick a profession because it is easy. Pick a profession that you love and enjoy. 9. Allow your assignments to be turned in on time. By turning assignments in on time, it will set habits for you to complete life tasks, like taxes, on time so that you may not suffer heavy fines and/or jail time. Essentially, being punctual with your work may lower the chances of imprisonment. 10. If someone is famous, they should refrain from bragging about their wealth or social standing. Instead, use the platform given by this fame to do good and create a positive impact. Donate to charities, start fundraisers for natural disaster relief, promote positive messages online. Try to avoid seeming better than others so as to help lessen the gap between the rich and not rich and create more equality. A rich person is still just a person like everyone else, and the idea that they should be revered and not approached must go away. 11. Failure is something that everyone has to experience in life. It is a fact that is unavoidable. The way failure is handled is the trademark of a strong mind. Failure should be used as a guide to find success, not as something that holds you back. Use failure to figure out what works and what doesn't. Failure is a tool that leads to success. If learning takes place, use it as one. 12. Success is a state that is purely subjective. Whether you are successful or not is not established by others, but by yourself. To be successful is to have achieved your goals and feel accomplished. This will vary depending on your aspirations and your definition of a fulfilling life. 13. When you fail at something in life, because you will, you need to have a plan. Have some sort of thing for you to do once you fail. It doesn't matter how inconsequential it might seem at the moment. But when something big doesn't go the way it should, the habit of having other plans is great to have. You should not let failure stop you. If you fall off the horse, get back on it. Try again and keep trying until you succeed at something, because if there is something that you fail at, there is something you can find success in as well. 14. Don't despair when you fail. Your failures don't define who you actually are. Take pride in your accomplishments and use your failures to learn from them. It is not the end of the world if you fail. Take a breath and remember that you are still an amazing person. 15. To be more successful in life, or just throughout different adventures within a topic, people should follow some words of advice to be able to achieve success. The idea is to set up a goal to help them venture towards whatever they want to succeed in. Any type of want for success needs to have a plan in order to understand what they even want to be successful at, while also staying focused on whatever they are working towards. Success doesn't just come running at a person, it is worked for. 16. The secret to success is rooted in self-discipline. Self-discipline in doing the hard work and overcoming the natural need for immediate gratification. Resistance to difficult tasks holds us back. Those who overcome resistance will achieve success. 17. If you become successful in life, don't always brag about it or how you got there. You can feel like you accomplished something, but don't ever feel too prideful about what you have achieved. If you are successful, you should help others as well. Give them tips or talk to them and help them with decisions. Don't always flaunt your success to them, but just be there to help them. You also should not hand everything to them. They need to accomplish success mostly by themselves. 18. To take an opportunity can be a lot of work for a person to achieve. The idea of new opportunities can either be exciting or could be the scariest decision that the person has to be making at that point in time. There is no guarantee on whether or not the opportunity would be a good idea to take a chance with, but trying it and learning more about whatever it was is better than just walking away and not getting any chance to experience what could have been really good or really bad. There is no say, that is why it is important to take as many chances as there are rather than sitting back and wondering what could have happened or changed if it was taken. And 19, practice taking care of yourself. What is practiced well becomes habit, and he who has good habits is exuberant when he wakes up in the morning. Character. Number 1. The best thing someone can have is good character. This is one of the main ways you can develop relationships with other people, and it makes you feel good about yourself as well. Good character will help out later in life and make the mark on how people see you. 2. Have good morals that are authentic to you because it will allow you to live a good life. Always stick to them no matter what. Don't give in to peer pressure or do something that doesn't align with your morals just because everyone else is doing it. Having good morals also will remind you of what you are striving for. 3. By law of existence, inherently everyone has influence. Those who recognize their potential impacts have greater control. Influence can be positive or negative. Our influence is a summation of our example and actions. Those who exemplify a positive influence will find greater peace and purpose. 4. One's character must include quality morals, the understanding of what is right and wrong, and still doing the correct thing when no one is watching. You must be reliable, honest, and have self-control. It does not rely on what you think, it relies on actions. 5. It's important that as you get older, you learn how to be independent, or in other words, self-reliant. You learn a lot about yourself when you learn to be independent. It also helps you with personal growth and self-sufficiency. Also, you eventually reach an age where you are going to have to live on your own and make your own decisions. It will help you in the long run because not everyone you meet or is involved with your life will always be there to help you. You don't want to be dependent on others. 6. Pride is good to have, but also can be taken wrong from the ones who are paying attention to the person. A person can be too prideful, and that in the end can change the way others view that person. Pride can make a person feel like they are the best and feel like they know all there is to know about a topic. That isn't true. Someone is always lacking an area about whatever is being discussed. So don't take pride in your whole personality, but do use it to make yourself more confident with who you are. 7. Beauty is not something that should be focused on the outside. Do not be too focused on the outside appearance. Beauty should be seen as what is inside, such as the character of a person and how they treat other people. 8. Strive for excellence in academics and everything you do. By striving for excellence, you will set a precedent in your own mind and achieve great things. Therefore, in everything you do, it will be done based upon your desire to do great. 9. Perception of confidence is important to many pursuits. Many people are attracted to confidence. This provides a plethora of opportunities. It is important to show confidence to inspire trust and faith in others. If insecure or unsure, still try to portray confidence despite true feelings. 10. Never let your net worth get to your head. It does not matter how much money you have, we all end up in the same place. Instead, use your money for good and help others around you. Not only will this allow for others to struggle less, but at the end of the day, you will rest knowing that you did good. 11. Manners and etiquette are an important thing to learn, especially when speaking to people of a higher authority than you. It shows respect and proves that a person appreciates their standing. Having good manners also helps in a dinner setting. It shows that you are proper and shows everyone you take things seriously. 12. Everyone should live by the principle of making themselves happy without infringing upon the happiness of others. It should be noted that one should put a higher emphasis on the happiness of others. This ensures that everyone can experience happiness in a fair way. 13. Just because an event is small doesn't mean it can't hold importance. Cherish the little things and allow them to bring you happiness. You never know when darkness will show back up. 14. Donating unneeded or unused things to people who can use them does not only benefit the receiver, but also the giver. It feels good to do good to others. Charity is an important action in becoming an all-around good person. If you are more well off than other people, providing them with your money is a great way to get them started on a path to recovery and bettering themselves. Sometimes all people need is a small push in the right direction. 15. Dress what you feel comfortable in. Don't follow trends unless you feel comfortable in that. Do keep in mind that in some situations you will have to dress well, but don't let others influence you. 16. When you are part of a community, treat others as you would like to be treated. Help others around you to build camaraderie among the people that are part of the community. When dealing with difficult situations, make sure to choose appropriate actions that will keep yourself and others safe. 17. Dress is not dependent on inner worth. However, it can influence others' perceptions. Modesty provides a veil of protection for those concerned with others' perception. One should dress how one feels appropriate with consideration of potential impact. 18. Getting money and growing your wealth is definitely nice, but it's all for naught if there isn't a purpose to your money. Giving lets people feel good and gives them a reason to keep growing their money so they can help people, which in turn will make them feel good again for helping someone. This will also help with spending, as it will give you a sense of gratitude. 19. There is time to work, time to learn, time to do daily activities, and time in between. What one does with the time in between is important to be set up for success. Don't waste the time in between like it is unimportant. Use some of this time to relax and recover. Use the rest to develop a new skill or use it to learn something new. Don't let boredom be a harmful event. Use it to improve. 20. Beauty is not how you outwardly present yourself. It is not about the makeup you wear or how you dress. It's about how you present your inner self. 21. Lying ruins relationships and your reputation, so be honest with yourself and others. The best way to prove your character, dignity, and integrity is to be truthful. Although doing the right thing and being honest does not always get recognized or rewarded, it is influential in having a good conscience. 22. After receiving an item or word of wisdom, respond in a way of appreciation and gratefulness. Phrases such as thank you, I appreciate you, or you are very helpful are words of gratitude and appreciation. 23. Character is something that people look for in a person every day. It is important to have good character because that can define who you are as a person. It can show how you will be in certain situations, or how you will respond to someone. Showing how a person treats others is a way to reveal a lot about someone's character. Being respectful and kind can show that the person is labeled to be a good person and can be trusted to be a good friend to have around. Character will always be an important lookout to how a person is. 24. When working on a job or a task that is asked of you, do it with great effort. Doing work and/or jobs with great effort will benefit your social status within a job or the goal that is being set in front of you. If the goal you are set to strive for is created within, never back down from your own fear. 25. To maintain a healthy lifestyle, make sure to balance good with bad. Eat good food more than you eat bad food to maintain a healthy body. Relax and work out. Work and play. Know the things that keep you at your best. And 26. Always treat people how you wish to be treated. A little kindness is more powerful than any hatred combined. A smile can bring the sun to those around you in the midst of a storm. Attitude. Number 1. Be kind to yourself and to others. You never know what they may be going through. Show others that you are a good person and that you are in control of yourself and your emotions. Be a good person and always be courteous. 2. Always forgive, but never forget. When you don't allow yourself to forgive someone, it's like carrying a huge rock on your back for eternity. It also uses a lot of your energy and motivation, which you need for the enjoyment of life. When you learn to forgive, you also learn that there is more to life than anger and resentment towards people. 3. Gratitude is a simple yet such a powerful thing. Wake up each day and find one thing that you are grateful for. There is always something to be grateful for, whether that be the clothes on your back or just being alive for today. Be mindful. Take a moment to let your mind linger in the moment. Gratitude comes from all parts of life. Appreciate the dirt at your feet and the oxygen you breathe. Appreciate the people in your life. Show them that you are grateful for them. Appreciate yourself. Give yourself credit for doing good. 4. Always be grateful for what you have. You have to know that not everyone has the same outcomes in life as you. Be grateful for the little things and be grateful for who is in your life. 5. Honesty is a trait that is looked for from so many people around the world. Honesty shows loyalty, and being loyal to a specific person or group is a big deal. It is important to be speaking from the heart and keeping the words true. If someone is honest, then they will most of the time receive the same amount of treatment back. 6. Always be thankful. No matter what the situation may be, it is always possible to find something to be grateful for. Thank your cashier, thank your waiter, be thankful for life, and be thankful for the opportunities you've been given. 7. When faced with a situation where lying or not telling the truth seems like the best option, instead be honest. This avoids any potential guilt or confusion from trying to keep your made-up story straight. However, exceptions can be made in situations where the truth has no real effect on anyone and could cause undue harm to the other person. When making this decision, be very aware that withholding information will definitely be for the greater good. 8. Always show respect for others. If someone decides that they do not want to do something, respect their decision and don't. Respect that people have their own minds, thoughts, and opinions, and naturally that your ideas will differ. Because of this fact, you must always be willing to compromise. 9. Be generous with both your money and your time. You may think that such actions are insignificant in a selfish world. However, being generous will not only make you feel good about yourself, but for everyone else you help. 10. Honesty provides a foundation for trust, a pivotal ingredient in worthwhile relationships. Although challenging, practicing honesty is crucial to building relationships and connections. Honesty is the gateway to other relationship ideals such as loyalty. Those who practice honesty will have more opportunities to flourish. 11. Don't talk badly of people or participate in gossip when you are hearing it. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it. Gossiping also makes you untrustworthy and shows that you don't have respect for others. When around gossiping, keep silent and focus on yourself. 12. Being grateful is a quality that is necessary to appreciate others. When a person does a favor or a gesture for one, you express gratitude and appreciation for the effort they are putting in. Having gratitude shows good character and is a nice quality. 13. Be kind to everyone you meet. You never know what someone is going through. You are to treat everyone how you want to be treated. 14. Cultivate patience within yourself. It is required for the other building blocks in character development, such as discipline, emotional regulation, and learning. Patience also provides a sanctuary for blossoming relationships. Those who are patient will cope with trials and tribulations better. 15. Everyone deserves to feel included and respected, although not everyone deserves your respect. Don't go out of your way to treat something disrespectfully, but if someone doesn't deserve your respect, you don't have to go out of your way to respect them either. 16. Be open-minded. Most people's opinions have merit. Listen carefully and reflect on your own beliefs. If you disagree, respectfully disagree with their opinions, but don't hate them and accuse them of being something that they are not. 17. Have patience. The world is always moving at a rapid pace, but you don't have to. That purchase can wait. You can wait in line without being on your device. Having patience will often lead you to better things than if you get everything immediately. 18. Treat everyone with respect. It doesn't matter who or what they are. Everyone deserves respect, even if you disagree with them. 19. Be skeptical of things that are too good to be true. More often than not, they are either inaccurate or just wanting to get your money or time. 20. Always be kind to everyone. Even if people are disrespectful to you, your reply should be as kind and respectful as possible. It takes two people to have a fight or conflict. If you are always kind to other people, your life would be much easier. People will always like you more, and you could gain a good reputation and build trust with other people. 21. How one portrays oneself influences others' perception. Always be polite and respectful to those deserving. If, situationally, breaching of these rules is required, there must be higher reasons such as honor and not ego, and weather the consequences with grace. 22. Always be as honest as you can be. You don't have to be perfect, but don't lie to people just because you can. Your words should mean a lot to those around you and to those who know you. If you are asked a question, answer honestly. If you don't, they might find out about your lie, and you would ruin the trust you had with that person. Trust is easy to break, but hard to build. You should always build trust by being honest, not breaking it by lying. 23. When meeting a new person, greet and introduce yourself with great appreciation of their presence. Shake the hand of a new person to show respect to them as an individual. Make eye contact and hold kind gestures. 24. Being kind is an important part to getting people to like someone else. If the person is mean and shows that they lack the idea of kindness, then no one will look up to them for anything. A part of being a person is also to treat others the way you want to be treated. If you want to be treated good and be treated with respect, then you should know that it is a given to treat them the same way back. So, following the lead with character being an important part of a person, kindness is just as important as well. 25. Look forward to trying new things. Hobbies expand your experience on Earth. The more you put yourself out there, the more the Earth gives back to you. 26. Find love for the little things. They surround you in your day-to-day life. For your day is not measured by activities, but how often you are appreciative and present. And 27. Listen to or create music often. Dancing to the rhythm is a celebration of life. Singing releases a sense of freedom to the soul that would otherwise be still. All right, and the last section, and the one that is exceptionally large, and I'll probably lose my voice during, life in general. Number 1, enjoy your youth. There is no time like it. Find yourself, find what makes you smile, find what hurts you the most, and appreciate every moment, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Be yourself. Never alter your personality based on someone else's opinion, because at the end of the day, what matters is if you are happy with who you are becoming. Be safe, but experience everything you can. Soak up knowledge. Learn from your mistakes, your elders, and history. Don't be afraid to be in solitude. Some of the best thoughts come from solo thought. Put in the work for what you want, but always do what will lead to overall contentment. 2. Everyone should choose a career that feels meaningful. This is not to be confused with a job that is fun. A meaningful career is one that, while not always fun, feels as though it has positively impacted the world. A fun career, however, is one that simply brings joy to those who work in that profession. The idea here is to prevent boredom, as a meaningful job will never grow boring, as there is a meaningful reason to work. 3. Respect the property of others, as well as the property of the school. If something is not yours, leave it alone, for it is not yours to disrupt. What you decide to do with your own property is your choice, but leave others' property alone. 4. Saving is the most important part of building your wealth. You can save in many ways and by using different methods, but it comes down to whatever feels right for you. With any excess money you have, you should put it in a savings account in case you need it later. 5. Everyone at a reasonable age should try to be employed in some way. This could be doing yard work for a neighbor or a job at a business. Having a job builds work ethic and teaches important life skills about working with others and getting things done on time. Starting to save money early in life is always a good thing and can help in the future if attending college, trade school, etc. is an opportunity or desire. 6. Charitable actions should be taken by all who are able. Selfishness when there is charity to be given is crude and irresponsible. Kindness is due everywhere. There is no harm in a charitable act towards others. Those who are less fortunate should perform charity when they are able. People are not expected to give all of what they have. Rather, perform acts of kindness in intention to help others when given the opportunity, for the sake of being a good person instead of expecting a reward. 7. Choose a career that fits you and matches both your aptitudes and interests. An occupation does not define you. However, it does alter the course of your life, so be meticulous when choosing a career. Lastly, money is not the main factor, yet the income of the job you choose to pursue should align with your desired lifestyle, or you will be met with great disappointment. 8. Try your best to live a simple life because it will allow you to easily attain happiness and/or peace. Don't make things harder than they need to be. Always listen to your gut and make your decisions based on what your gut is telling you, because if you don't, you'll end up second guessing yourself, which makes life harder than it needs to be. 9. Don't fight battles that are not worth fighting for. If you get offended over every detail someone or something does or says, you will end up exhausting yourself and your peers. People will tune you out if you keep yelling at them for minor inconveniences or annoyances they caused you. 10. Good grief. Apply yourself in your work. In the great words of a mighty man and philosopher, Ron effing Swanson, never half-ass two things, whole-ass one thing. Therefore, you must give to the task at hand so that the finished work may exceed the minimum expectation. 11. Spending is the worst and hardest part of using your money. Everyone wants the best and newest things, but sometimes what you have is enough to live with. In order to not spend money on stuff you don't need, be grateful and content with what you have. 12. The easiest thing you can do is treat someone with kindness. Always think about the golden rule: treat someone the way you want to be treated. You can treat people with kindness by simply walking by them. You don't have to have a full conversation with someone, but even just a smile can turn something bad into good. 13. All agencies, such as schools, workplaces, and government establishments, should allow their subjects the hours of 9 p.m. to 8 a.m. to sleep. The only exceptions to this would be night workers who sign off their rights to sleep. As a society, we require sleep to feel refreshed and energized, and should therefore not be deprived of it by our superiors. 14. One should attempt to limit their time on social media. Outside of communication and other necessary uses, social media should be used sparingly as entertainment. This is because mental health problems are known to occur after prolonged use of social media. 15. People can go into debt in a lot of ways in today's world. Debt can be necessary or unnecessary, but it is always bad, and you should try to avoid it at all costs. The biggest source of debt is credit and loans, but in order to get out of debt, you need to focus on paying off whatever debt you have one at a time. 16. It is important to have one of your main goals in life to be a good person, because it will help those around you develop a positive opinion of you, which can help you in many ways. Integrity ties into that because it means you live in alliance or accordance to your deepest values, which helps lead you to being a good person. It is important to live with integrity because it means that you are a person who can be trusted. 17. The little things are the stepping stones to completing the larger scale achievements. Thus, if you cannot do the little things correctly, you will never truly foster success. Also, the little things, like a compliment to a stranger, could easily change someone's life for the better. Be conscious of the things you can do and enjoy the small moments you experience. 18. Investing is an amazing way to grow your wealth, but it can also be risky. When choosing to invest, do not use all of your money. Instead, use any excess you have when you are in a comfortable financial situation. Another way of investing is using savings accounts. With savings accounts, you want a higher interest rate so that it gains more money at a higher rate. 19. When presented with food, one is expected to eat what is portioned to them out of respect. All should be kind and courteous guests in a home and should keep things tidy while present. Unless invited to, one should ask for food or drinks before taking any. Speak to hosts with the utmost respect, as they are responsible for your presence in their space. Comply to rules and keep a friendly attitude to others present. Eat tidily and take proportional bites. 20. In today's world, people are finding new ways to steal your money, even stealing straight from your bank account. In order to protect yourself from theft or fraud, try to not input your banking info into websites you don't trust. Another common way people steal info is by fixing card scanners with info stealing technology, so always be vigilant of card scanners and look to see if they are tampered with. 21. Choose a job or career that you will enjoy doing, because the last thing you want is a job that you dread doing every day. Whatever work you're doing, show that you are willing to learn and put in the effort to be successful. 22. No one should be offended by jokes that do not directly incite or inspire violence or conflict. For one, jokes are intended to make others laugh. If a joke succeeds in doing so, it has served its purpose, even if it's a little questionable. For another, jokes serve as a form of criticism. We have to allow criticism to exist, even if it may offend a few people. 23. The everyday activities that one does are important to fulfilling an organized life. Learn habits that provide something in your life and stick with them. It is extremely hard to unlearn a harmful habit, especially one that has been put into practice for a long time. Habits are lifelong, so learn and keep the ones that are important and drop the ones that are harmful. 24. Clothes will be one of the first things people see when meeting a new person. The clothes someone wears are also a part of their personality. A person should dress in the color and style how they like it, but they should dress appropriately for the occasion. On a normal day, wear something casual, or go to a wedding, when going to a wedding, a person should wear something formal. Dressing wrong for an occasion will look cheap and that you aren't a very responsible person. The clothes you wear will define your person to someone looking from the outside, so make sure to always look presentable. 25. You can't always avoid debt in life, although you should try your best to avoid it. But there are some times when it is necessary. Some examples are college loans and car loans. While there are ways to avoid these, it doesn't always work out, and you need to take one out. However, you can choose the best option for the loan you take out. Try and choose a loan that has low APR and has the least amount of time to pay off. 26. If you are struck, then strike back, for it is self-defense. If you are struck, then it is likely with intent to harm, and the same energy must be applied back to the attacker. Defense keeps you from great harm, and may stop future attempts of harming you. 27. Dress in whatever way you want. You only live once, and it shouldn't be spent pleasing people. An article of clothing does not represent you as a person. Rather, it represents how you may want to be perceived. 28. There is beauty all around us. Find the beauty of it all, even if it is hard at first. Everything has something wonderful to give back to the world. Just don't let that beauty turn into a weapon. 29. Build good habits for yourself because they play important roles in multiple aspects of your life. Habits also determine who you are as a person, so build good ones. They do take a while to actually stick, but they eventually become routine. They also improve your mood because you're bettering yourself. 30. When it comes to wealth and loans, always avoid credit no matter what. Credit is terrible because when you use it, you end up paying back more than you took out, so it's never a good idea to use. Instead, save up using cash and pay with cash, and it will save you a lot of money. 31. A key to longevity and happiness is confidence in oneself. An easy way to achieve this confidence is to stay physically fit. Looking good makes one feel good, and achieving looking good begins with discipline. It isn't necessary to go to the gym, but doing something that benefits you physically is necessary. It can be as simple as taking the dog for a walk or biking to work in the morning. Set goals for yourself and try your best to achieve them. 32. People should be well-rounded and have several interests that they pursue. It is not required to have an education or work experience in all hobbies, but they are important to have. Well-rounded individuals are typically happier and more successful because they have something to do in order to relieve stress. 33. A person's current work or current job should be something that they have an interest in. The reason is because they are more likely to work hard for it and do a thorough job. This will make it so everyone will do an excellent job and so they can contribute to the community. That is why everyone needs to be able to do a job that they enjoy. 34. A budget is the best tool you can use to build wealth and avoid spending unnecessary money. To build a budget, you just need to set categories for your money you get. These categories can be anything, but they should have a purpose, and money should be allocated into them evenly. An example of some categories would be bills, eating out, groceries, streaming services, and miscellaneous. 35. In the end, we all end up in the same place. Do not allow for death to control you. Embrace death and allow for it to show you that life struggles will soon end. When someone around you dies, allow sorrow into your life. Mourn their death, but remember the beauty in it all. 36. Ignoring your tasks will lead to failure. By ignoring tasks, your grade will suffer, and your future chances of things like college acceptance and scholarships will decrease. Furthermore, do not procrastinate your studies, because doing so may lead to lower quality work because of the time crunch. So, do not procrastinate or ignore studies, so that you may create future opportunities. 37. Indulge in extracurricular activities. Extracurriculars like sports and clubs allow an opportunity for you to make friendships and enjoy company outside of school hours. Furthermore, extracurricular activities will advance knowledge and build skills such as work ethic, creativity, and integrity. 38. Ask those you respect for help when you need it. However, don't have them do it for you. Have them teach you so that if something happens again, you know exactly what to do. You get their wisdom and continue to be an independent person. 39. Extroverts are known to be the life of the party. They like to be around and spend time around others. Although not every person needs to be extroverted, a person needs to have a social life. Having at least 2 close friends will help, not only being able to help go out with them and help a person through their tough times. 40. One should always be hopeful. Believe in whatever brings you happiness. No matter how hard life gets, there is always a light at the end of the tunnel. 41. Make it a priority in life to expend your energy on the things and people that matter the most to you. Do not get caught up in tasks, topics, and people that drain your energy. If you get home from work every day and you feel exhausted, consider switching careers. The same philosophy should apply to all consuming people in your life as well. 42. Happiness is not found in personal identity, but through fulfillment of a higher purpose. Those who answer a calling will find a niche to occupy. Often, service to others provides a profound feeling of happiness. Those who provide charity or serve a higher calling will find contentment in life. 43. As habits are difficult to break, they must be replaced with newer positive habits. Changing the environment can help facilitate changing habits. When faced with a detrimental habit, first examine the triggers and then alter the environment accordingly. 44. You should work when you can. If you have nothing to do, you should get a job. Don't rely on other people for money. You need to go out and earn it for yourself. Getting a job will also increase your responsibility with things you have been tasked with doing, so it would be beneficial if everyone had a job. The job doesn't have to be super physical, but everyone who is capable of working should be working. 45. The fear of death is something everyone has, whether they admit it or not. Death is never something that anyone can come back from. Once you have died, that is it. There is no more coming back with advice and sharing what it was like and to not be scared. It is an experience that is awaited for every single person. Going into the huge stop to life without any idea of what is to come or how it is going to feel in your body. Death is understandably scary, and the only way to get around the fact that it is coming is by living the life that is given, And instead of thinking about death and how it can happen at any given moment, live life to the fullest that it can be. A majority of the people who die have no idea that those will be their last minutes, and the last time waking up in the morning or going to sleep. 46. Do not buy into the idea of wealth. Money is not of true value, it is only an unconscious reward. You are rich if you love and are loved. If you have someone to laugh with and someone to sleep, you are a millionaire. 47. Life is about having other people do things for you. And the last one, foolishness is a choice. Stupid just happens. All right, folks, there you have it. 201 pieces of advice given out by the class of 2024. So they are, I guess, the modern maxims to live by, even if a few of them might contradict each other. Either way, if you got all the way through that, thank you so much for listening. Thank you for watching Mining with Meaning, and we will be back with another episode at some point.